Okay, I will next be doing problems 6 through 10. At a book fair, a tote bag costs $5 and books cost $3.50 each. You spend a total of $19 before taxes. How many books did you buy in addition to the tote bag? Okay, so you could solve this without an equation, but solving an equation is always kind of nice because once you have an equation, then it's pretty easy to solve. So I'm going to start with that. So we know that a tote bag is going to cost $5. So $5 plus I'm going to buy some books. They're going to be $3.50 each. But I don't know how many books I'm going to buy, so we'll put $3.50B. I know the total is $19 before taxes, so equals 19. And then from here, it just says how many books did you buy in addition to the tote bag. So we would like to solve for B. So this is just a normal equation now that we're going to solve. So if I want to get B by itself, the first thing that I'll do is subtract 5 from both sides. So now I'm going to have 350B is equal to 19 minus 5 is 14. And then from here, if we want to solve for B just like we normally do, even though this is a decimal, no big deal, we're going to divide both sides by 350. And 14 divided by 3.5 is 4. So it said, how many books did I buy? We bought 4 books. Okay, number 7. The function C equals 15 plus 9H represents the amount C in dollars it will cost you for a one-time lawn care service for H hours. How many hours would the lawn care service need to work for the cost to be $78? All right, so we're always looking for an equation. Well, they very nicely gave us an equation right here. So there's an equation, but there are too many variables in it. But it did say that the cost is going to be $78. So the cost is the C. We know that that is $78. So if I come down here and write my equation, it's going to be 78 equals 15 plus 9H. I have now a very nice equation ready for me to solve. So if I'm solving for H, I first would like to subtract 15 from both sides. So 78 minus 15 will be 63, and then it's going to equal 9H. And then from here, our last step, just like always, is going to be to divide. 63 divided by 9 is 7. So now that we have H equals 7, it did say how many hours, so it will be 7 hours. All right, on to number 8. The perimeter of Summer's backyard is 620 feet. What are the dimensions of her backyard? So dimensions would be the length of her backyard and the width of her backyard, okay? And the second thing is the keyword perimeter. Perimeter is distance around the yard. So we do want to start by labeling all 4 sides. If the left side is 2x, then the right side is 2x. If the bottom is 3x minus 10, then the top of the yard is 3x minus 10. And the perimeter is the distance around, so I'm going to add up all of these values. So I'm going to add up 2x. I'm going this way around just like that. Okay, so we've got 2x plus 3x minus 10 plus 2x plus 3x minus 10. And they told us that the perimeter of that yard was 620, so it will equal 620. We now have an equation. So now what I'm going to do is add up all the x's on the left side. So 2x plus 3x plus 2x plus 3x. That will give me 10x. And now I'm going to put together the non-variables. So negative 10 and negative 10 would be negative 20. So 10x minus 20, I still have it equals 620. Now if I'm solving for x, to get rid of the minus 20, we will add 20 to both sides. So now we'll have 10x is equal to 640. And then just like always, we'll divide by 10. So we'll get x is equal to 64. So we found x is equal to 64, but we did not find the length and the width yet. So we know that x equals 64. So if you'll notice right here, the width is 2 times x. So our width is going to be 2 times 64, which is going to be 128. So I'm going to come over here. We're going to put L equals 128 feet. So we found that one. Okay, and then the length is going to be the 3x minus 10. Well, again, we know that the x is 64. So I'm going to do 3 times 64, which I don't have my calculator out for. I believe it's 192. So we're going to get 192 minus 10, which equals 182. So the width is going to be 182 feet. And then there we go. Okay, problem 9. It says to solve for y, 4x plus 3y equals 15. I really like doing a mobile balance for these ones, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw 4 x's on the left, and then I also have 3 y's. And then on the right side, I have 15. Okay, this one said to solve for y. So I want the y's to stay. I just don't want the x's. So to not have the x's, we're going to subtract them from the left, which means we also need to subtract them from the right. So those are now gone. So now I'm going to write down what I have. I still have 3 y's. And then on the right side, I have 15, and then I have minus 4 x's. And then from here, to get rid of that 3, we are going to divide all of the parts by 3. So we're going to have y equals 15 divided by 3 is 5. 4 divided by 3 does not work out nice. There is a minus sign in front of it, so it'll be minus 4 over 3x. And that would be my answer. Alrighty, one more problem to go here. It says the formula for the volume of a box is V equals LWH, where L is length, W is width, and H is height. And it says to solve the formula for H. So we're going to have V equals LWH. I'm solving for H. And if you remember these problems from before, to get rid of it, to get rid of the L and the W, we'll actually divide them from both sides. So those will be gone. So now I'm going to have H equals V over LW. All right, and then from here, so we did the first part of it, so that part's done. But now it says to find the height of the box if the volume is 64, the length is 5, and the width is 2. So now we're just going to plug things in. It told us the V, or the volume, is 64. It told us the length was 5, and it told us the width was 2. And we know that if these two variables are sitting next to each other, that means times. So now I'm going to go ahead and do 5 times 2 would be 10. And then we've got 64. So 64 divided by 10 would be 6.4. So that would be my height.